All right, so we're back for another deep dive, and today we're going to be talking all about this whole Justin Baldoni situation.
Yeah, it ends with us, Justin Baldoni,
Right, exactly.
the star.
Huge. Yeah.
And, I mean, everyone's talking about this lawsuit with his former publicist,
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie Jones.
Stephanie Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is juicy stuff.
So let's just dive right in. I mean, we've got a lot to cover. Let's start with the actual lawsuit itself. So Jones is claiming that Baldoni didn't pay her, like, a lot of money. We're talking, like, $25,000 a month.
Yeah, that's a hefty monthly fee.
Right, and this is where it gets really interesting, right? Because we also have these accusations from Blake Lively, who co-starred with him in It Ends With Us, saying that he sexually harassed her and that he, like, started a smear campaign to try and ruin her reputation.
Yeah, it's fascinating how these two separate things are kind of happening at the same time.
Totally, totally. So, like, to kick things off, what are some of the reasons why someone might not fulfill such a, big payment obligation? Like, what's Baldoni's side of this whole thing? Well, in these kinds of contract disputes, it's rarely as simple as just, like, forgetting to pay or something. There could be a lot of different defenses that Baldoni's team could use.
Okay.
Like, for example, they could claim that the contract wasn't actually valid to begin with. Like, maybe there's some technicality or some loophole in the contract.
Like a breach of contract kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah, breach of contract. Or maybe they could even argue that Jones didn't do everything she was supposed to do according to the agreement.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and we see that a lot, actually. Like, celebrities will sometimes say that their publicists didn't get them enough media attention or that they didn't get them the right kind of coverage, or even worse, they leaked stories that made them look bad.
Oh, that's crazy.
So it's possible that Baldoni could even countersue Jones, claiming that she caused him damages, which could get really messy.
Yeah, no, that's super, super messy. And like speaking of messy, let's get into these accusations from Blake Lively.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
Seriously. So, like, she's saying that he sexually harassed her, and then to make matters worse, he started this whole smear campaign against her.
Right.
So, like, can you kind of break down what a smear campaign might look like in, Hollywood and, like, what she can actually do about it legally?
Okay, so a smear campaign in Hollywood can be pretty brutal, especially in this day and age with social media and everything. It could involve spreading all kinds of nasty rumors about her, about her work ethic, her personal life, or even, like, making up fake incidents to make her look bad.
I mean, we've all seen this happen before.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
It's like classic Hollywood.
Totally. And, there are legal avenues that she can pursue. I mean, the big one would be a defamation lawsuit, but that can be really tricky because she would have to prove in court that Baldoni actually said or did these things with the intention of harming her reputation and that it actually did damage her career.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, think about those huge legal battles between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I mean, those are prime examples of how messy these things can get, with defamation claims flying back and forth.
So basically, it sounds like both the lawsuit from Jones and the accusations from Lively are, like, super complicated and could have a ton of legal ramifications.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's interesting because this whole situation kind of reminds me of other cases where professional disputes and personal accusations get all tangled up.
Like everything's connected.
Right. Exactly. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some attempts to settle both cases together behind closed doors, maybe with a non-disclosure agreement so everyone just shuts up about it,
Like hush money, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Or, on the other hand, both sides might decide to go all out with this huge legal battle, like trying to drag each other through the mud and win over public opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like, right? It feels like a public spectacle almost.
Totally. And that's the thing with these high-profile cases. It's not just about the legal stuff. It's about who can control the narrative and come out looking better in the public eye.
Right, and it's also about the power dynamics involved. Like you have Baldoni, who's this big star.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power.
And then you have Jones and Lively, who are trying to hold him accountable.
It's a classic David and Goliath situation.
Totally, and it really makes you think about all the other people who might be affected by this, like their families, their colleagues.
Yeah, the ripple effects can be huge.
Absolutely, and so I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this whole thing plays out. It's definitely a story we'll be keeping our eyes on. I mean, it's just starting to unfold.
It's just the beginning, yeah. And it could have a lot of implications for the entertainment industry as a whole. Like, how will this affect Baldoni's future projects? Will he be able to work with other actors? And what about Blake Lively?
Yeah, how will this affect her career?
Exactly. So, I mean, there are so many questions right now, and we don't have any answers yet, but it'll be interesting to see how things unfold.
It will be interesting to watch.
Yeah, it will.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for this deep dive. We'll be back with more, well, deep dives on other things in the future.
That's good.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
See ya.